This segment is the continuation of bone magic. So tonight we're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to actually show you bones from my collection and explain to you what you can kind of do with them. So, you know, us bone throwers out there, we don't necessarily want to crush our bones. We want to keep them. So these are all bone magic sachets that you can make where you can temporarily use your bone and carry it with you and reuse it again. Just remember that when you do put it back into your kit, you need to spray it thoroughly with tobacco cologne or Florida water or some kind of cleanser, or smudge it with sage to completely clean off all of the energy that's on it. And then, of course, reintroduce it to your ancestors.
The first thing that we need to do is get our herbs together. So I have bloodroot, I have calamus root, I have rosebuds, and I have cardamom pods. Okay, next thing is we need to get some thread to tie the sachet. So I use embroidery thread because it comes in all these different colors. Unfortunately, I don't have the red, so I'm going to use white. We need our felt to make the bag. Now, red is good for everything. It adds power in Hoodoo, but this particularly being a love bond spell, we're going to definitely use red. In addition, we need a quartz crystal. And, of course, we need a raccoon baculum. I like to add 2 little dolls. Worry dolls are the best to use for sachets. And it's that simple. Those are the ingredients. I always like to add my herbs first. So we're going to start with a little bit of bloodroot. Now, bloodroot it strengthens bonds and relationships of all kinds. And it also promotes love. Here's the bloodroot. Our next thing we're going to add is calamus root. Calamus root strengthens and binds all your spells. It brings peaceful love and thought, so it's also a really good herb to put in here. Our next one is cardamom. I have 2 cardamom pods. Cardamom is good for passion, fidelity, love. So all these are actually good for love, but you can use them even in a friendship. I mean, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Even in a friendship, you know, you can use all of these herbs because love is love. So the cardamom pods, I only add 2. Now, if I was doing for a group of people, a group of friends, I would add more, but I add 1 pod for each individual. Rosebuds, everybody knows rosebuds are great for any kind of love and fidelity. And the big thing here is the psychic connection. This is all about psychic connection, okay? This is good for close friendships, divine love, finding domestic happiness, relationship stability, and endurance. So all these things are really good. And like I said, like this one in particular, I am doing for a friend of mine. So we have all the herbs. So a really good way to state this as you're putting the herbs into the sachet, you want to make sure that you say what they're for, because all those things, you wouldn't need fidelity between 2 friends. You wouldn't need passion between just 2 friends. You know, and like I said, I'm doing this for a friend of mine. So I've named each pod. I did that off camera just because, you know, it's private. You're going to add your little dolls. So you would say their names out loud and put them in the sachet. I'm going to do this off camera as well. What we're going to do is we're going to add a clear quartz crystal. Now, if you, depending on what kind of relationship this is, for example, these are, this is a love relationship between friends, not between partners. So I'm going to add a clear quartz crystal because you can use this for anything. Yes, it gives you clarity and it gives you strength, but it also puts power into the sachet. And like I said, you can add a rose quartz, but that's usually more for like a romantic love, but it can be for friends too. So this clear quartz crystal is representing all things good between these two people in this relationship. Our next piece is the raccoon baculum. Everybody knows in the bones we use baculums to represent love. Now, like I said, this is between two friends, so be specific and careful with what you're adding in here as far as what this baculum represents. So we need to do that next. You are going to state the spell, state what it is that you're getting between the two people. So just something simple, with this Satchet, I hereby say. You can put love, friendship, honesty, just name all the different things between such and such and such stay. So insert the names there, right? So with this Satchet, I hereby say, and then you're going to say love, honesty, friendship, devotion, things like that you want between the two people. And then you name the two people, hereby stay. Do it 3 times. So mode it B. You're going to do this while you are wrapping the Satchet, okay? And remember, because you're bringing something to you, you want to wrap it docile, right? So docile is, clockwise, not counterclockwise. Widdershins is counterclockwise. So docile, you will wrap it at least 3 times. Now I have plenty of string here, so I'm going to wrap it multiple times and make sure that it stays. Okay, so that is it. You can actually put some oil on here as well. Rosemary always adds power. I use dragon's blood for everything. So yeah, that's it. Little Satchet to strengthen the love bond and nonverbal communication between two people or multiple people, depending on what kind of spell it's for and what kind of relationship. That's it. Thanks for watching. So Mo to be.